Hey guys, I thought I would make one more video before I go off and do my daily sun gazing routine, which I really hope you guys check into. As a matter of fact, I have a video about that made probably about a week or two ago. If you've never heard about it, I'd recommend checking it out. But what I want to talk about is a bunch of people ask me through emails and stuff like that, and I see it in some of the comments, why is it that I bring up some of the things that I bring up? Well, one thing I want people to know about this channel is not about being right or wrong. This channel is not always about talking about everything that's popular or everything that people want to hear. There are things I will talk about that may be controversial. It may be just based on an opinion. It may be purely speculative. But the reason that I talk about the things I talk about is because my job is to get people communicating. And if I can talk about a subject that gets people to talk about it, even if it's in a negative point of view from their perspective, it still brings light to the subject. So I understand where some people say, oh, you shouldn't talk about these certain things, or why are you bothering wasting our time on certain subjects? Well, it gets people talking. And when you talk about stuff, you keep it fresh in your mind. Because you see how the government and the media works. They try and distract you with as many ridiculous things out there, like, Jersey Shore and American Idol, and, with all these sports activities going on, they want people distracted. They don't want you learning about finance. They don't want you to learn about the government. They don't want you to learn about law. They want to keep us stupid. And what they do is they dangle a couple of carrots in front of the people and hope that they'll bite. So I understand some of the things that I talk about may be a little out of the ordinary or may not be anything of high value. But the point of the matter is, if I can get people to talk about subjects, we are focusing on what's important, and that's unity, truth, learning about government, learning about some of the misleading that they give to us, and being able to communicate with one another. So I understand that not everybody agrees with everything that I say, and that's perfectly fine. There are so many people out there that think, well, I can't say so many. There's a few people out there that think I'm one of these people that is always has to be right and I don't allow people to disagree. If you see comments of people disagreeing, I don't block them. I don't insult them. The people I block are the ones that come on and say, you're wrong, you're stupid, I think you're wasting my time, and they say insulting things. I'm not going to have that on my channel, just like I wouldn't have that in my house. So for the people out there who think that I do this stuff because I need to be right or I have some kind of ego, that's their opinion and they are absolutely entitled to have it. But it's also because this is my channel, there's a method to my madness. So this is for people who are up for open discussion. That doesn't mean I want a bunch of people that say, Chris, we always have to agree with you. I don't want yes men or yes women. I want people that can actually, if they choose to disagree with something, do it in a way that helps us all learn. That's how this society should be. The day we can stop fighting amongst ourselves is the day that we can truly say we are civil. Because if we cannot debate and debate in a way that is productive, then how are we ever going to improve as a society? So this is why I talk about the things that I talk about. I'm not here talking about stuff because it's what everybody wants to hear. I'm not here changing my ideals every other day because people may not like what I have to say. I do what I do because I feel it's right. And that's the beautiful thing about all of our constitutional rights, whether it be the Second Amendment, the Third Amendment, Fourth Amendment, etc. We also have to remember the First Amendment, which is our right to free speech, which means we can have opinions, we can make guesses at things, we can conclude things that may or may not be mainstream. But as we are all growing up, and the more we research, the more we realize a lot of things that we thought or were told were true are not. And we also find a lot of things that we weren't told were omitted on purpose. And that's scary. So I understand where people may not always agree with what I have to say, but understand my goal is to get people to communicate. And when we can all learn to communicate like gentlemen and civilized people, then we will progress as a country, as a humanity. So I may not say everything perfect. I may not say everything that everybody agrees with. I may not be on the most popular list. But that's not why I'm here. Because trust me, if I wanted to be popular, if I wanted to fill some kind of ego that some people say I have, I would just be on a bandwagon that everybody's in, say what everybody wants to hear, and I would be Mr. Popular in no time soon. So sometimes I kind of like it when there are people who don't like me, because that means I challenge them. That means I make them have to think about things that they may have not have thought about before. Doesn't mean they have to agree with me. But like, for example, there are certain individuals who will make videos to make fun of me, and I've mentioned their name, and I'll mention it, Velvet Cult, because it doesn't scare me or intimidate me, and I'm not afraid of it anymore. I actually take it as a compliment, because love or like somebody, if you're talking about them, that means you're creating more importance to them. So I thank people like the Velvet Cult who do things like that, because it shows I'm on the right track. And I love the fact when I talk about something like Sandy Hook or gun control that I'll get like 10, 20 thumbs down on something, because that tells me I'm on the right track. Because if I was somebody that was talking about something that meant nothing, nobody would pay attention. So the fact that there are people like you who are watching this right now shows that something that I'm saying is holding some kind of interest to you. And if we all communicate like adults, we don't have to always agree. But if we can't get over the fact that we have to kill somebody because we don't agree with what they believe in or what they say, then how are we any different than the people that run the government that are supposed to be representing us? Remember that. As much as we hate the government and all that they do, they are representing us. So if we choose to stay silent because it's a scary thing, then is it any wonder we're still under control? So as always, I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I look forward to your opinions. And remember, guys, right or wrong, that's all it is. Because keep this in mind when it comes to a belief. Just because one or all people may believe in something does not mean they are right. Thanks for watching. Peace.